Hello, Internet! For those keeping track, this is the third video in a row I did on the same drunk, but I'm on to water because I don't have a wicked hangover tomorrow. Pro tip, drink 1 glass of water for every glass of fun juice. Oh, sorry, hello there. This is Wednesday's Cereal, submitting in for the Running with Comics 600 freaking subscribers contest. You son of a bitch. You earned it. But damn. As per usual, i.e. the last video, I'm going to go over the rules and make sure I qualify. I must be 18 years or older. Again, physically, i.e. the hungover thing, I think I'm set, but that is physical, not emotionally or mentally. Alright. I can be from anywhere in the world. Check. And this must be a video response. Check. I must PM you, whatever. Okay, I'll try to remember. No promises right now. Alright. So, points for the most original question ever. I've answered this I don't know how many times. Just kidding, man. What is your favorite book? He said it could be an issue or a trade, but trying to pick out a favorite trade would drive me nuts. This is my favorite single issue of all time. It is Agent X #7. The cover's a little weird. That's supposed to be Outlaw. Oh, sexy. You'll notice I have it signed by Gail Simone. I've never met one of the Udon people at a convention, otherwise I'd have this signed up and down. This is one of the funniest issues of mainstream comics to exist ever. This is a standalone issue. It is about Agent X, who was the Deadpool of 13 months, basically. And he is hired by an omnisexual to get back a precious something, and the amount of just hilarity and originality that goes into this issue is huge. And this, after reading this issue, it kind of inspired me to say, hey, this was just so much fun, and I actually started writing some comic scripts myself and stuff, and I adore this issue a lot more than, so much of my collection. It is something that I would recommend everyone try to track down. It's actually worth more than your average issue. And it is the issue that is the first to not be collected by Deadpool Classics now, because they had most of Agent X in the most recent Gail Simone one. But not this! And so I'm kind of curious if it's going to be reprinted or not. Then, what is the most underrated series ever? I don't think I could pick anything modern for a title like that, because it's kind of in the lexicon right now. But what I think is the most underrated title about, something that I honestly forget about because no one ever seems to bring it up, is Slingers. This is something that really spoke to me when I was a teenager. This spun out of the identity crisis that Spider-Man had, where he donned 4 different costumes to avoid getting shot at dressing up as Spider-Man. Why he didn't pick just one was brilliant marketing, because they spun it out into this, what essentially was a miniseries, because this is the last issue, number 12. I didn't grab the first issue because there's actually 4 versions of the first issue, one for each main character, where they each get some of their own pages. And so if you want to collect all of Slingers, you have to buy 4 copies of issue 1. It was kind of different, and I really enjoyed it. I felt like there was a team dynamic here that hasn't really been capitalized on in any way, because usually when you get teen groups, it's the X people, or the Teen Titans, which is all sidekicks, but these were all their own characters. They didn't do a lot with Spider-Man. There's obviously an issue, but there was Prodigy, who was kind of a jock trying to do something right and trying to be a hero because he was coming up from bad circumstances. There was Dusk, who was the girl of the team. She was interesting. She was a goth who, at the very start of the series, was dead and then gained actual mystical powers, which set her apart from everyone else. There's Ricochet, who's the crazy mouth-off Michelangelo, if you will, of the team that was able to jump around and is actually the most similar to Spider-Man. And then there was Hornet, who was the tech geek guy, but he loved being in the Hornet costume because while he had full capability and more motion than most people because he was able to fly. But when he was out of the costume, he was just kind of a nerd with cerebral palsy. And that was an interesting spin, and the mix of all these characters and how they worked, I really like. And I usually like small team dynamics, but there's not a lot of them. And whereas I love Ninja Turtles, obviously, which is pretty much a small team, though it kind of grows into more of like a family book. That's the same problem with the Fantastic Four. And there's others, but there's just something about the dynamic here that I think works, and I like the fact that the team was the same the entire time, all 12 issues of it. So I think it's underrated. People don't talk about it a lot. The art in it wasn't amazing, but I think it's something that deserves a little more appreciation. I never understood why the characters weren't really used past that run, and they've come up in a couple places, but not so much. Alright, so what's in your tome, he asks. In this case, your tome is kind of what comics are you looking for. I've brought this up before. I'm looking for a few issues, 30, 32, and 70 of the Tales of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Volume 2. Those are all nigh impossible to find. I am also looking to fill in my scalped trade collection because I can't even read hardly any of that yet. And I'm looking to finish off my Cerebus trade collection. But today I made a dent in some of that, and honestly I have more comics that I need to read than I need to focus on buying. So, I don't know, that's kind of where my tome's at. But there you go. The next thing was to give a shout out, hey, Running with Comics! But he was just saying other people in the community that you've been watching. I obviously kind of have a little corner, but I've really been enjoying Reader 1717's perspective a lot recently. I've been trying to branch out and watch some other people recently. More from Running with Comics Corner, the Incredible CJ and the Dark Knight. Checking out your guys' videos a bit more. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, obviously, people I've talked to recently, I'm watching their videos, and, you know, again, guys, if you want to do video, let me know. I'm trying to... I like to do one-on-one videos with people to kind of help me get a grasp on where they're at, but I feel that also does something so that people like my channel have a chance to kind of watch a team-up video with someone and get a feeling of how their stuff works and what they think and on comics and stuff. And those have been fun to do. Just a pain in the arse to schedule usually. So, there you go. Then, Running with Comics asked for me to ask him questions about anything. The first one is, are you crazy? Why'd you put me at the top of that project? Plug! We're doing Batman Hush as a community project, and that's really cool. And I'm glad that he's heading that this time. So far, Ghost Critic headed Watchmen. I coordinated, but I didn't really head the Dark Phoenix saga. I kind of put that on for Red Vitamin Blue, because he knows that era of X-Men better than most people on the planet. And I'm glad we're doing Hush now. And I'm hoping soon that we'll have another one, though I do kind of like the idea that we kind of have a annual event with that. I think that's kind of energetic and something to look forward to. Other questions is, how the hell did you get 600 frickin' subs? I've been around a while longer than you and haven't managed to pull that off. Kudos, man. I guess, what do you use to edit with? You're able to pull in some effects and do some stuff, and I really like the way you implement music, and I kind of want to step up my videos, so, you know. And then, I'm guessing you're dropping Deadpool. What are you putting in its place? Did you try anything different with Free Comic Book Day, and what did you think about those comics? Mrah. And what do you drink when you film? These are all important questions. So, yes. And you have a fantastic day too, sir, even though it is midnight 30 and the hangover hour is about to begin. So, I'll catch you later.